I'm not going to cry,
so
but I'm actually really sad right now. Hey y'all, welcome back to the I Reckon That's the Truth podcast. I'm your host, Kate.
And I'm your co-host, Maggie, and you're about to join us as we seek the truth in a my truth world, except that's really not what we're doing today, is it, Kate?
Not really. Okay, before we get into it though, please be sure to subscribe to our podcast wherever you're listening, and definitely check us out on YouTube because this is going to be the last time that you see one of our faces. At least for a while.
Yeah. Well, it's really the last time you see either one of us for a while.
For a while. So. But there are some changes, and we wanted to be upfront with you guys about that, and we're just going to get right on into it. But before that, we're just going to talk to you guys about how the podcast came to be, because honestly, I've gotten a lot of questions about it. Why did you start a podcast? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So we're going to be answering those questions today and sharing some fun behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
And
we're coming up on a year, so I feel like this is appropriate.
Yeah.
We started this podcast.
Honestly,
it started in Kate's old college room at MTSU. The idea was
awful.
born.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been in the works since, I guess, a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
We launched it though at the beginning of this year, so January. So it's genuinely been like pretty much a year.
Pretty much a year
of the podcast. Not that we've posted every week, as y'all know, but
yeah.
You know, it's still a year, and we've worked on it for the entire year. We work on it at least once a week. Let's be so real.
At least. Bro, yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of work.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And another question that we feel like we get asked a lot, or that people just don't realize, we do not get paid for this at all.
No.
We have invested in all of our own equipment, and we pay for our own software, and we pay for a lot of things. And we get no money.
It was honestly just the Lord, and we put our yes on the table, and so it happened.
And it's a passion project.
Yes.
Passion for Jesus and a passion for sharing the truth. So,
Yes.
I mean, I don't regret it at all,
No.
obviously, but
No.
that is to answer your question. It is a lot of work, and it is a lot of monies from two very broke people. And we have not made a cent off of this, which is totally fine. But I just want to be upfront that like, that's not why we're doing this. We're not doing this for money. We're doing it because we are passionate about it. So.
Yeah, for sure. And that's been our heart behind it the whole time. But from the beginning, I think I was in my sophomore year of college when this was happening.
Yeah. Well,
and
we're the same age. So yeah, it would have been mine too.
Yeah, we were both, she was finishing up her associate's degree and I was still struggling, which I'm graduating literally it'll be like what? A couple
days before this episode comes out. She'll have been graduated. So, woo!
Guys, I'm so excited.
I'm also so excited. I've listened to her complain about school forever.
It's hard.
It is.
Doing this on top of school and having jobs, lot. It's a lot. And so we do it because we love it. And yeah, it was a crazy thing. I don't really know exactly how this came to be. I actually tried to start a podcast my freshman year of high school with another, honestly, a group of friends. And I was the only one that I think was really serious about it. And something that I love about Maggie and I weren't even like super close, but we were getting there. And I would just have her over for dinner, I think every Wednesday night, was it?
Yeah, we were hanging out like every Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, every Wednesday night. And eventually we just started talking. Oh my gosh, you know what we have to share on this? You remember that video that we made of like the first trailer? We'll share that. You have to wait to the end to see that.
Yeah, we'll put that at the very end.
It's so bad.
Oh my gosh. I can literally remember every frame. Woo! Okay, yeah. Y'all stay tuned for that one, because that...
Guys,
anyway.
If you're not on YouTube, you're going to want to be on YouTube for this episode.
Yeah, that would be a YouTube only thing.
Yeah, this is going to be a YouTube episode. I had a really big heart for this. Honestly, I came to know Jesus at like the very end of high school, and I was really starting to get involved with like a church and have community in college. So Maggie said this the other day, and we were joking about it. That you're John and I'm Peter.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Susan, who we've had on for the witchcraft episode, which is still probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
she was the one who said that, because I was telling her, like, you know, things that, because Kate and I are very different people, and if you know us, you know that.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. We needed that in each other, but it's sometimes I question, I'm like, why did Kate do that? Why is Kate this way? But not in a bad way. It's just so, like, I don't understand her brain.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I think she's just very much a Peter. And she's like, it might not always make sense, but like, we need those kinds of people because they're so bold in their faith, and they're so, like, they proclaim the name of Jesus without having all the answers, which we need. And I was like, oh, that's a good point. Kate is very much like that.
Yeah.
And then she was like, well, what disciple do you think you are, Maggie? And I was like, well, I relate the most to Thomas, like in The Chosen, but I know that doesn't make much sense. She was like, what? You want to relate yourself to Thomas? And she was like, no. I see you more as like a John. And I was like, the disciple who claimed he was Jesus's favorite? That's how you see me? So, Susan, if you're watching this, I'm still taking that personally. I'm kidding. But no, she explained it more and it made sense. But yeah, we're just different people, and God absolutely ordained this collaboration. Oh, that's what it has been.
100%. And I'm very grateful to Maggie too, because I really wanted to do this, but I wanted to do it a little bit differently. And that was like, I wanted to have controversial conversations with random people on college campuses. And after the whole Charlie Kirk event, I honestly feel even more led to start transitioning a little bit more like that. Don't kill me.
And I think it would be cool. And we did consider it a few times. It just never worked out.
It never did. Yeah.
But yeah, we ended up kind of transitioning to becoming more interview style, and it's been good. But
I think Maggie's a lot more like, not necessarily reserved, but definitely more reserved than I am. And like, I'll just go up to people and talk to people and stuff, and I don't mind having them for dinner or whatever, even if you're a little creepy, like whatever. I firmly believe the Lord can stop a bullet if he wants to stop a bullet.
For sure.
And I totally understand it. And plus, we were living together, and if she didn't want to have strangers in our house, we weren't gonna have strangers in our house.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what ended up happening, and we both felt like good and comfortable about this, and we came to like a conclusion that like, hey, I actually think that we could do this. And something that I love about Maggie is that, dude, she doesn't mess around. She does not mess around. No. When she wants to do something, literally, we talked about this podcast the next day. I'm pretty sure that you sent me like the templates for like logos and stuff. And I was like, I found my person.
Yeah. It's a good thing and a bad thing sometimes, but yes, 100%. But Kate's like the same way. Like, just once we get passionate about it, we're just both on it, and it's gonna get done like ASAP.
But we have such different gifts, though. Is like all of the branded stuff that you see is this lovely lady's work, and
pretty much all of the visual is me, and all of the like actual technical stuff is Kate.
Right. I mean, I've gotten a little bit more into the editing part.
Yeah, and she's taught me a little bit more about technical stuff. But like still, for the most part.
Right.
That was the skill set we brought. She brought all the audio knowledge and a lot of like passion and content creation like and stuff like that, scheduling. She's been our communicator with all of our guests, which I'm so thankful for. And we're both pretty good at writing, but most everything you guys see is her, or I'll write it and she'll rewrite it to sound the same, because we're trying to make it consistent, you know?
Right.
But she's gifted at that. She's such a people person.
Yeah.
And I've been more of the like social media person and creating the video. So like literally she's got the audio running, I've got the video running. So like it's just it worked out so well, and it was something
perfect
that I had kind of done before when I was early high school. I did Christ Coffee and Convos.
LOL.
We don't talk about that era of my life, but it was good. It was my own little version of a podcast before podcasts were, I guess they were kind of blowing up, but not for 15, 16-year-olds.
Right.
So I made like little YouTube videos and stuff, and I just interviewed family members and friends, and I still have them somewhere.
That's so cute.
And so I had done something similar before. And so I was like really dying to get back into it, and when she brought it up, I was like, oh my gosh, we should so do that. And so then we sat and like talked about names, and I mean, I've got the old archive notes pulled up, so.
Guys, this is the funniest thing,
y'all.
I remember, I'm pretty sure, weren't we eating like rice and a bunch of vegetables? I was craving
veggies that day, and so we made just like rice and a bunch of I don't even know,
of vegetables, and we just
it was so good.
It was so good.
And we were sitting on the couch, and we were trying to come up with a name, and like our list was, it was like, okay, we got truth, gospel, authenticity. The truth is offensive. The way, the truth, the life. We go through life knowing Jesus is the only way to heaven, but don't tell anybody about him, misconceptions.
We had Truthable in there too.
We had so many name ideas.
So many. I don't even remember what had happened though. I feel like we were talking about something, and like in the same conversation, we were talking about something, and I feel like what happened was I was like, I reckon that's the truth.
Yeah, she started saying, I reckon.
Yeah, Mackenzie, it's Mackenzie. Guys,
Mackenzie
I hung out,
says that.
I still hang out with Mackenzie a lot. Despite the fact that I moved and I don't see people very often. She's come and visited me twice, and I've went up there like twice too. So she is from like, what is it? East Tennessee. And that girl says she has a country accent and says I reckon, and since I started hanging out with her, it just started coming out of my mouth. And so I said it kind of like jokingly, and then I was like, it like hit me in the pit of my stomach. I was like, oh my gosh, that's it.
But it also wasn't, because we were just, at that point it was probably like 11 p.m. We were so delirious,
so tired.
I mean, we were just throwing names around, like it was getting stupid. Like she said, Truthable.
So
it's just like, it was ridiculous. And she goes, I reckon that's the truth. Oh, that would be funny. And I was like, nah. I mean, like,
and here we are.
And then we were both like okay, that's stupid, we need to come up with something else. And so we kept coming up with different things, and then we just hated all of it. And at one point I remember we just looked at each other and we're like,
that's the name.
Is it I reckon that's the truth? Is that the name?
That's it. And here we are.
I remember like being so like nervous about that, because it's such a long name, and knowing everything I know about branding and stuff, I was like, that's gonna suck to make a logo for. And like,
but she killed it. Tell her she killed it.
But it worked. So
yeah,
it took a lot of work, but I made it work. And
no, it is kind of crazy. At the moment I said it, I knew, but I had to convince you.
Oh, she had to convince me, because I was not convinced.
I totally get, because I think she thinks of things from a branding perspective very much so. And I think it wasn't even just like the longevity of it. I feel like it was also just because it almost had its own brand. Like I think like Western country,
and we did go that direction.
We tried.
First.
Yeah, we tried,
and it did not work.
It was not right.
And then we ended up going more like sitcom. And now it doesn't really have like a specific, I guess, style.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
We go around. We moved so much and stuff. There's no way to keep things like very consistent.
The color scheme has stayed the same. The logo hasn't changed, and it never will, because I slaved away over that. And
it's so cute.
I love that logo. We have the sticker somewhere.
Yeah, we have a bunch of stickers over there.
I'll pop it up. Y'all know the logo. You've seen it a million times. It's there. But then we made the trailer. We did mock-ups of like our podcast cover.
Oh, my Lanta
poses. Oh my gosh, we'll put all that on the screen if you're watching on YouTube. Like.
These are all so bad.
Rough drafts of everything.
Rough drafts. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you were wearing a sheet in that, because I didn't have anything white, and you had like my blanket or my sheet on. Yeah, my blanket. It was.
You're seeing this right now, but yeah, I'm wearing one of Kate's white shirts and a white blanket. Anyway, that's obviously not what we ended up looking like in the podcast cover, but yeah, that was early on, and y'all can see the branding and everything. But like. Yeah, that was wild. And then again, at the end of this episode, we'll show the trailer. It wasn't even the trailer. It was the like intro. Yeah. And then we had Spencer make the music.
Yeah. Which is such a God thing.
Oh yeah.
Because I met Spencer, I'm pretty sure, it came out in January. I met him the August before that January, because we had a class together, and we were randomly paired to like be partners for this competition thing, which we ended up winning. And if you haven't seen that, it's the CUSA brand song, so you should go look at it. It's called Stompin' Grounds. But we did that together, and then I was like, you know what? Spencer is so good at like, hey, can you make it sound like this? I don't even know, very talented man. And so we reached out to him, and we were like, hey, do you want to make our music? And he was like, sure. And so that's what ended up happening.
He like killed it first time around.
Yeah.
Just the first time he sent us a few variations after that, I think. But
yeah,
I don't know. We're blessed to have him. And yeah, we've been talking about like the skills and everything, but it was
really crazy timing. God worked definitely through that. It was just God kept giving us green flags, and we just kept walking, and now here we are, and there's some changes happening.
There are some changes happening, so if you haven't figured it out already, it's not Kate leaving, it's me. I'm stepping away from the podcast. And it's interesting because even when we first started the podcast, Kate always had this like big vision for it, and she had this vision for like years and years of content and stuff with maybe a few breaks, but she just always had this like vision for the future.
Yeah.
And I could never get through 1 year. And that is pretty normal for me. The way that God talks to me a lot of times and, you know, directs me on like where I'm supposed to be going, what I'm supposed to be doing, is a lot of times like visualizing. And it's kind of weird. And I've talked to a few different people about this because I don't want to put all of my decisions based on that. Like if I can't visualize it, it's not going to happen. But for real, it does work out most of the time that way. And I think that was just God being like, you're going to be part of this for a year, but then after that, I have something else for you to do. And that was really hard to come to terms with because I felt like I was letting Kate down, and I felt like I was quitting a project and, you know, just whatever it was. And I wrestled with that for a while until finally God was just like, no, it's not so much you're saying a no to this, you're saying a yes to something else. And sometimes it's harder to say no to things or step away from things than it is to just keep doing it just to like people please, you know. And I'm such a people pleaser, so it was hard, but Kate's been very great about it.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, you really only promised a year anyway. I knew going into this
I
that
never committed more because I had a feeling. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's still hard because I mean it's my baby too, and we created this together, and so I mean I know she'll do great things with it. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about her messing up my reputation or anything. But but yeah, it's still hard to walk away from something that you built and spent so many hours on and so much blood, sweat, and tears went into, and money even, and equipment and stuff. And so like I'm not gonna leave her high and dry. Like I'll help transition things, and I might be back on as a guest, but I will no longer be co-hosting. And the podcast is going to probably go dark for a little bit anyway. Yeah. There's a lot happening in 2026. You guys will hear more about that later. But yeah, we just both needed to take a break anyway. And so now seems to be a good time to step out.
Yeah. And I hope that you guys are forever grateful to Maggie, because I'm also forever grateful to Maggie. I literally could not have done this without Maggie. And I do not have the amount of confidence that a lot of people think my personality comes with. And she definitely helped me step out of my comfort zone. And when it comes to just creativity, I feel like I reserve myself and I don't share that with a lot of people. But when it came to Jesus and him giving me such a passion for this and for creativity, and this is how I'm letting out my creativity while I'm trying to handle school and jobs and real life, I can't just give it up. And I do feel like I have so many ideas that God has given me from the very beginning that I really want to start implementing into the podcast. But we're going to go dark for a hot second because I'm getting married next year, and we're eloping in New Zealand. And so I don't really want to be worrying about this and trying to edit things while I'm just trying to visit in a whole other country with a whole other time zone, and also enjoy my marriage. And
your honeymoon.
My honeymoon.
So it'll be so cool.
It will be, but it's going to at least be until then. And ideally, I would like to have a full season of the podcast pre-filmed, because once I start going, my goal is to not stop unless the Lord, of course, intervenes. And, you know, that could very well happen even before I get out another season. So I'm not going to say yes or no to anything, but I definitely feel very called to do this, especially just after the whole Charlie Kirk incident. So yeah.
And she has some cool ideas, things that we've talked about for a long time and just never got a chance to do. But I so see her doing it and doing a great job at it. So I think that God has called and equipped her to do this, and I think he called and equipped me to do it for a time. Yeah. And I think he used us to grow each other, because she learned a lot from me, but good Lord, I learned a lot from her too. Yeah. Even just like how to be, you know, more bold in my faith. And I don't know. I've been encouraged by you. Yeah. I'm gonna cry now.
Ditto. No, we gotta stop the tears.
No crying. It's the second time we cried today. Anyway.
It is sad because it's definitely marking, like, Maggie and I have talked for forever about our lives like changing, and now it's like
it's actually
happening.
Changing.
Yeah,
we don't live together anymore, and now the podcast is coming to an end.
Yeah,
and our lives are going to change so much in the next like 4 months.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be really exciting though. And I do have things planned. I'm just going to go cold turkey for a while and then randomly pop back up.
But she'll be back and better than ever. So
yeah,
it'll be good.
Yeah, definitely. Keep in mind, it's probably not going to look the same. Definitely going to do a rebrand. And there's even a potential new podcast co-host.
And I think you guys are going to be very excited about who it is. If they agree.
I hope.
I pray that they will do it because it would be really awesome.
Yes.
If nothing else, you'll at least get Kate, and that's
I'm still here.
Enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely still here, and I'll just try to keep you updated. You guys know I hate social media, so future co-host is definitely a must-have. Because I refuse to do it. Yeah. But for some reason, everybody's addicted to it. So we have to, of course, be on social media.
To an extent.
Yeah, that's how people mostly find out about us. So anyway, I just want to say thank you, Maggie. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your love, your encouragement, your knowledge, all the things that you've shared, and putting up with Shiloh. Living with Shiloh for a year.
Interesting little bean. Yeah, no, I love Shiloh, but yeah, it's been fun. It's been great. I've learned a lot. I hope you guys have learned a lot. It's been a passion project because we love sharing the truth, and we hope that this is something that you guys can reference back. Mm-hmm. If somebody asks you these questions, and we're going to reference back to them. It's where it all started anyway. It's just getting asked questions. So, all this video footage will still stay up. All the podcast episodes we have will stay out. Yeah. So feel free to go back and rewatch and re-listen, but just going forward it will look very different, but it'll be great, and God is going to do some cool things. He's done some really cool things through this year, and I think he's going to continue that. Well, I know he is. So.
Yeah, no, definitely. This is going to be a goodbye for now from me. See you again, and
it's a bye until I'm a guest on again for me.
Yeah, you guys let us know what episode you would want for Maggie to come back on for, because obviously she's not going to get to share her knowledge in every little aspect of the podcast like she has been. So something that you're really confident or passionate about that you think that she is also very knowledgeable in, you just comment, reach out, all the things. And I think we wanted to end on our favorite podcast memory.
Which is so hard to pick just one because, again, we've been doing this for like a year and a half now. Yeah. Y'all have only seen it for a year, but this has been so long. So long. So much work. Good work, but like there's just so many things to choose from. Yeah. I think we were talking about this earlier. One of my favorites is just like, this is stuff that nobody else sees except for us. When we get done filming, and we let the guest leave or whatever, there's just always this like big old sigh, and that's just like relaxing. You just go,
we close the door,
just look at each other and are like, okay, we survived another one. Because every single time we film, something breaks, something goes wrong. Like, I swear we have not, I don't think we filmed and something's not wrong. Even filming this,
the camera's already died once.
So, man. I'm not sure that it could just be our lack of experience. It could be faulty equipment. Or, I think a lot of times it is the enemy trying to come after us because we are coming after him hard. Yeah. And so that's been, as horrible as that is, that's one of my favorites, is how much our equipment has broken. And I think that it's because we're doing something right. So, it's cool to be a target for the enemy. It's not fun. You know that you're on the winning side, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, every time we would let the guests out, we would just sigh relief, and always food. There was always food after we filmed. No matter where we were going, we would just snack, ice cream, or we'd eat full on dinner. I know there was the one day that we filmed 2 episodes in one day. I think it was so Susan and Marilyn.
It was.
And
Maryland's
and those were both like hard hitting episodes. Like, they were so good, but like our brains were dead.
The camera equipment, I think we had to use like 4 different cameras because
the good camera died and it just would not work anymore. Right. We've had troubles with our other cameras anyway.
That was rough.
The audio, I think, had a hard time. We had a hard time setting that up, so we started late. Everything went late.
It was crazy.
We ended up filming on our phones, and then we had to switch phones because one ran out of storage space. It was just one thing after another. Stuff. Yeah. And they finally left, and we were so tired, and we were just done, and we were starving. And I think this was with Bless Marilyn. We've talked about this story before. I don't know that she would want us to share this, but I'm going to anyway.
Yeah.
We had been talking about how we were starving. We needed to figure out what we were doing for dinner, but we were like kind of running low on money that week, you know, as we are always. So we probably need to stop complaining about that to other people. But she left, and then I got a Venmo alert. She Venmo'd us money for dinner.
Weren't we heading? So we were heading to somewhere cheap, and then we saw that she gave us money, and we were like B-dubs. That's exactly what happened.
I will not say we didn't like drop forever, like a whole bunch of money at B-dubs, and it wasn't like anything crazy. But we ate good that night, and it was needed. And after that day, it was such a blessing. So that was probably one of my favorite memories. It was a hard day, but it was a good day. It
was a really good day, and that's definitely a highlight. I feel like my favorite parts have just been like the very beginning. Like I feel like it was really easy to see God working through everything. I mean, the whole name story is hilarious. I think filming our trailer was so fun.
Oh my gosh. I'm never taking that down. Like that video is staying up
that
forever.
Was so fun.
It's so funny.
Like all the random dances that we would do for like reels
and stuff that we never posted to.
Oh my gosh, there's so much, and it's not good.
There's a reason it didn't get posted.
Right. That was fun. Just like the little stuff like that. I think I like the behind the scenes stuff like a lot. Man, I wish that we could have just recorded the whole process from the very beginning, because we learned a lot. And if you guys are wanting to start a podcast, please reach out. Maybe I'll make a little how-to video. I don't know.
All the things we've done. I mean, we're not professionals at it by any means. And there's definitely better ways to do things and better gear and software to use. But we did it on a budget and it worked. And it's not the best thing ever, but it's what we could do. It's better than some things we could have done. So
true.
Yeah, we learned a lot for sure.
We definitely did. And I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Again, I hope that I see you soon. That's the goal. That's the plan. I would love to do this for the rest of my life, honestly.
So y'all blow it up so that she can get paid from this, so that she doesn't have to work another job and can just do this. No,
yeah, it would be a lot better. Not gonna lie. Yeah, because we don't get paid for this. Honestly, it was such a God thing. Again, like us going out on a limb, having to buy all the equipment and purchase softwares and spend all of this time researching for this to happen. Like we just had to put a yes, and God was going to handle it. Despite the fact that we're not making money from this, somehow it was fine.
Oh yeah, I mean, He provided the money.
Yeah,
and, we never struggled with rent or. I mean, I didn't. I never struggled with like paying the rent or anything like that. It wasn't necessarily like I had abundance of money, but I was never short on anything, and we're still able to pay for everything for the podcast. And
it was fun, you guys, and forever grateful to Maggie. I don't know how I could have done this, but definitely keep your eye out, because there will be new content, but it's definitely not going to be before May of 2026. It's probably going to be way after that, maybe even 2027, but it's on my radar and working on it. And I love you guys. Thank you for even joining us. I know that a lot of you are people that we even just went to church with, or girls that I've led in groups, and people that I meet randomly. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining. And I'll be back. It's just going to look different.
Yep.
Yeah. So
we love y'all.
Yes.
And we were thankful for y'all supporting us. And it's been fun.
It's been really fun.
I'll see y'all around.
Yeah.
Most of y'all I see around anyway, but I'll see y'all around.
But without further ado, the trailer you've all been waiting for.
Yeah. The OG rough intro video.
You're going to want to get on YouTube for this.
Go enjoy it.
Okay.
And we'll see y'all later.
Bye, you guys.